Girls, okay? Goodbye. I'll never forgive you for this.
But Brad, it's...
The wedding is off. I'm taking Nicole home. After that, I'm gonna come back and have a nice face-to-face chat with you.
What am I supposed to tell the guests? They're all waiting on you, wondering what's going on.
Tell them whatever you want. But they're gonna know the truth once I get back there. You can count on it.
What? You want me to tell them the wedding is off?
I'm not talking to you anymore right now. Goodbye. After that, Scarlett tried everything to get my brother to change his mind, but he wouldn't budge. Even Scarlett's parents wanted him to reconsider leaving her. That is, until he told them the reason why he called off the wedding and why he was forcing them to pay the entire cost of the wedding. Of course, they didn't believe their daughter did what he claimed she did, and they were against paying for any more of the wedding than they already had. But when Brad printed out a copy of the chat history that I had with Scarlett and gave it to them, they realized Brad wasn't lying about what she did. After reading the chat history, Scarlett's parents didn't blame my brother for calling off the wedding. In fact, they both said they would have done the same thing if they were in his position. It seems Scarlett's parents are good people, even if she isn't. They were, however, against paying for the wedding, but they didn't make Brad pay for it. Scarlett's parents were so disgusted with her behavior that they forced her to pay for the entire wedding herself and to reimburse them for the portion they'd already paid for. They told her that if she didn't, they were going to disown her and write her out of their will. I don't know exactly what happened to Scarlett after that, but Brad told me he never received a single bill for anything to do with the wedding. So I guess Scarlett's parents forced her to go into major debt to pay it all off herself. Or they disowned her and wrote her out of their will. Either way, I'm happy with the outcome.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time!
I can't believe you're seriously this dumb. It's hilarious. You still haven't noticed? I feel bad for you. It's been 2 years since you last contacted me. What is this all of a sudden? Well, you see, I stole your boyfriend. Huh? Boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend, though? Let me tell you something. 3 months ago, your high school had a reunion. But it didn't seem like you mentioned to the organizing committee that you moved 2 years ago. So I ended up getting the invitation. As your twin sister, I decided to take it upon myself to attend for you. But you graduated from an entirely different high school, didn't you? Like I said, I went in your place. And then, your boyfriend was there too. I already told you I don't have a boyfriend. And so, your boyfriend mistook me for you. He took me back home and we had a lot of fun in the evening. I don't know how many times I need to say this, but I don't have a boyfriend. I found your number in his phone. I told him that something happened to my last phone number, so I changed your number to mine. Haven't you wondered why you haven't been able to reach him these days? It's all because of me. Whoops. Oh my God. How many times do I need to repeat myself? I don't have a boyfriend. And then guess what else happened? I got pregnant with his child. What? You're pregnant? Once we get married, I'll tell him the truth about being your twin sister. Until then, don't you dare try to meddle with things, okay? Getting pregnant is a sign. It's my fate to marry him. But also the fact that he has a 6-figure salary, lives in a luxurious high-rise apartment, and would basically make me a rich wife is pretty great too. So don't cause any trouble for me. Don't even think about showing up in front of him or contacting him. I wouldn't even try to contact him. Do you want to know why? He is not my boyfriend. Whatever. I won't put up with you doing anything weird, okay? So just stay out of it. Man, you've seriously gotten even worse with your listening skills in these past 2 years. Whatever, that's not even the main point. Anyways, your boyfriend is now all mine. You got it? Yep, you do you. Good, I'm glad you understand. If you try to get near him without my permission, I won't let you off easy. Jesus Christ. I don't care anymore. Take that! What is it this time? I can tell you're trying to hide your pain and regret behind your current messages. What do you want? Starting today, I'll be living with my boyfriend in that big, beautiful apartment. Okay. And? Well, I just thought how bad you must feel. We also finished registering our marriage. We're officially a couple. And then I confessed to him about the whole twin sister thing. You won't believe how he reacted. He said he knew from the very beginning. This must be true love, right? It's love. There's nothing else that can explain how he was able to tell us apart from the beginning. And so now, I'm going to get the ceremony taken care of before he changes his mind about all of this. Okay, good for you. I don't know who your boyfriend is, but hey, I guess it's okay as long as you're happy. Excuse me? But you need to tell Mom and Dad about this. After you messaged me about your boyfriend and getting pregnant, I talked to Mom and Dad. They had absolutely no idea about any of this. They were pretty disappointed that you never so much as introduced them to your boyfriend. I guess your husband now. Anyways, you two should go and visit Mom and Dad right away. Excuse me? I don't like your attitude and the way you talk to me. It's pretty rude of you guys to ignore all the pre-marriage traditions. You should show some manners at the very least. Yeah, whatever. Are you really that upset that I took your boyfriend away from you? I already said that I don't have a boyfriend. How many times do I need to repeat myself for you to get it? I know you're lying to me. What? You think I wouldn't know? You know, I don't even know what to think. I keep trying to tell you that I don't have a boyfriend for you to steal, but it seems like you're just not getting it. What do you mean I'm not getting it? Never mind. Anyways, I don't care about all the details, but now that you're pregnant, you better start showing some responsibility as a mother. Kids can't choose their parents, so it's up to you to get your act together. Excuse me? I'm busy now. Let's stop here for today. Wait! Hold up! Hey! Don't you think your reaction to all of this is a bit weird? Really? Yes, it is! Why are you ignoring the fact that your boyfriend got another woman pregnant? Normally, people would panic. They would get mad and cry. Why aren't you livid at all? Getting livid isn't really healthy during the prenatal phase. Prenatal? I'm pregnant right now as well. With my husband's child, of course. What? Husband? I married my supervisor from work 2 years ago. You married your supervisor? No one told me that. I told Mom and Dad not to talk about it with you. Why would you do something like that? That's our choice as husband and wife. I don't know why you're getting so riled up over it. I also felt like you would try and do something bad at the wedding. I didn't really know how to bring all of this up with you. Are you serious? Also, I knew about the school reunion. Wait, you knew? It's true that I didn't get the physical invitation to the reunion, but they texted me the details. I declined the invitation since I didn't want to go anywhere while I'm pregnant. Some of my friends attended the reunion. They told me all about you showing up and messing around with people. Are you serious? They knew who I was? Yep, looks like it. You showed up pretending to be me with a flat stomach even though they all know I'm 5 months pregnant. On top of that, you were wearing stilettos. There's no way a pregnant woman would be walking around in stilettos, downing drink after drink. My friends quickly realized that it was my dumb little sister from the other high school. But no one said anything to me at the reunion. Well, it's pretty obvious they wouldn't say anything to you. Everyone was in such shock they didn't know what to say anymore. Let sleeping dogs lie, you know? And plus, it was kind of funny for them, so they left you to your own devices. So, yep, that's what happened. That's horrible! You're all awful to me! Who was the one who decided to go and crash a high school reunion while stealing someone's identity? Didn't you think it would be weird? You don't know anyone at my high school. I'd imagine a typical conversation at a reunion would involve stories from a long time ago. If you suddenly stopped talking during those conversations, wouldn't that draw some suspicion towards yourself? I had no idea a nerdy and depressed person like you would have made any friends. Nerdy and depressed? I'm pretty sure I was being hardworking and dedicated. People who are like that aren't depressed by default. You seriously need to reconsider your definition of that word. Everyone at your school was nerdy and depressed. I heard that's what IB programs do to kids. How would you define my other classmate who was top of the grade, tennis captain, student council president, and had tons of admirers? He was seriously amazing. Does that sound nerdy and depressed to you? What? No, but it sounds totally made up and unrealistic. You really shouldn't underestimate how smart people are in the state's top high school. But then again, the guy was by far on a whole different level. So according to your logic, would you label that guy as a recluse as well? You know what? Whatever. Let's change the topic. That's not my point. I don't care about all those nitpicky little details. Either way, I've won this round. My husband makes well over 6 figures a year. We live in a penthouse, and that person is in love with me. Looks like I've got you all beat. Feels pretty good to be the winner. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I wanted to ask you something. Your husband. Who is he, even? Was he one of my classmates? I might have known him. Oh, my husband? It's Henry. I'm sure you remember Henry. Henry? Henry Williams? That Henry? Oh, God. So that's what this is all about. What do you mean? He's the guy who went around telling everyone that I was his girlfriend back in high school. It caused a ton of drama. He did something like that? Yeah, he said I was his type. After I rejected him, he found out that I have an identical twin sister. He insisted that I introduce him to you and wouldn't leave me alone about it. He probably thought he won the lottery when you guys met at the reunion. Ah, so that's what happened. Well, I mean, it's fine. I caught a rich man after all. You really let go of such a huge chance. Sucks to be you. By the way, that big apartment building you live in, does it happen to be the one near the station? Yep, that's the one. Are you jealous? I bet you're feeling super jealous right now. Even if you went back to Henry and begged, he wouldn't go back to you. Even if he gave it to me for free, I wouldn't take it. Acting all tough again, eh? No. I'm already married to the man I love. But even if I was single, I wouldn't want to date an unemployed hermit anyways. What? Who are you talking about? Remember that legendary classmate of mine that I mentioned earlier? The guy who was basically perfect in everything he did? Henry is his cousin. Wait, are you serious? My husband knows them. Henry isn't the one who's making 6 figures a year and owns the penthouse. All of it is actually his cousin Jack. Jack left on an overseas business trip for 7 months and left the apartment to Henry to look after it. Oh, and Jack is coming back in 10 days. No, that can't be right. Henry also promised that he would move out once Jack came back. No way. No. Clara, I heard that you went against Mom and Dad's wishes and told them you would never come back home again. If you're going to go that far, shouldn't you talk to Henry and figure out where you two will live next? I don't understand what you're talking about. What the heck is going on? Then, if that's the case, I'll just get married to Jack instead. I'm just gonna do that. Jack already has a wife. His business trip was scheduled right after they got married, so Jack decided to take his wife along with him for a kind of business trip quasi-honeymoon. They plan on living together in the penthouse once they get back. So, how on earth do you think you're going to try and steal him? And plus, you're pregnant with Henry's kid. You two have no choice but to move out in 10 days. No, there's no way. You're lying, right? Tell me you're lying. I thought I finally managed to beat you at something in life. None of this makes any sense. I just can't. And lastly, I'll just say this. Clara, regardless of the circumstances, you now have a child. Don't let your kid down. Be a good mother. That's easier said than done. Hey, please, help me. I'm not going to save you. This is your own responsibility. What? Please, you've got to help me. I'm about to become a mother myself. My child is my #1 priority. I don't have the time and energy to help you. Goodbye then. Clara and Henry continued to live in the penthouse until Jack returned. Jack called Henry's parents and informed them about the situation, so they allowed Clara and Henry to move in with them. Although, I heard that Clara's mother-in-law seems like a pretty strict person. Also, it turns out that Jack wanted a different cousin to take care of the house while he was overseas. That cousin, however, was suddenly hospitalized. Henry took advantage of the situation and moved in. Jack is demanding $3,000 in repairs for the furniture that Henry broke while he was staying there. Henry managed to find a job at a construction company, but it looks like a lot of his initial checks will be going into paying off his debts. As for Clara, she plans on working as soon as she recovers from having the baby. She has no choice, really, given her family situation. She's going to let her in-laws take care of the baby. Both of them ended up with really exhausting jobs, but I suppose that's karma for you. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Geez, Harriet, don't you ever get tired of being a little leech sucking off the generosity of Mom and Dad? I mean, shouldn't you have at least found a boyfriend to move in with by now? You know, I already have a boyfriend. What do you think about that? Well, this is a surprise. It's been a while since I've heard from you. Since you started dating your boyfriend, I think. Although I don't really know where you get off starting the conversation like that. What changed to make you suddenly want to reach back out to me? Oh, get off your high horse already and stop talking to me like I'm some little kid. I was so much younger when all of that happened. At that time, my boyfriend was the only person in the world who I cared about. I only lived with him because Mom and Dad were so against me doing it. Yep, that really was a decision only a young person would make. So then, why the sudden change of heart? What made you want to talk to me now? Did you break up with your boyfriend? Oh, Harriet, you've always been so sharp. Yep, that is basically exactly what happened. I thought it had to be something like that. That's right! I broke up with my boyfriend, so I am totally single now. Even though he promised me that he'd always be there to take care of me and love me. And all I did was cheat on him one teensy little time, and he gets all mad at me and starts talking about breaking things off. And he's doing all this and getting all huffy after he already promised to take care of me for the rest of my life. Pearl, I literally cannot see a single version of this story where you are not the bad guy in it. I mean, it sounds to me like you were the one who betrayed his trust. Then again, I don't really know much about how you two operated as a couple. Maybe it's not really my place to say much about how things went down between you two. You're right. It isn't your place. Well, whatever. I even apologized and whatever. But even then, he just wouldn't forgive me and was just totally making a big deal out of something that wasn't even that bad. Like, literally. Who does that guy think he is trying to judge me for one tiny little mistake? I see. And so that's when you decided to reach out and message me? Is there something specific you wanted to talk about or ask from me or something? Or did you just need a place to vent about your relationship issues? Well, tell me what you think, Miss Smarty Pants. You were always so much more clever than me. Why don't you just try guessing why I messaged you? Boy, I sure missed this attitude. I'm sure that really helped out your situation. Anyways, if I had to guess, I would assume you want something or some kind of assistance or something like that. Tell me. Am I getting warm? Wow, 2 for 2. Oh my god, Harriet, you are like so smart. It is literally crazy. Yeah, it's real insanity over here. Anyways, I think maybe I should remind you that you were the one who made the decision to leave home and move in with him. And besides, I don't really feel comfortable helping you. You do remember that when you left, you told all of us that we were dead to you, right? I mean, I know you do remember, but I'm just reminding you. Wow, are you guys still upset over that little scene? Honestly, I'm surprised at you. I never took you for someone who holds grudges, sis. That's not really what I'm saying, but... You told Mom and Dad that you didn't want to hear from them again because they didn't approve of you moving out so suddenly to live with that guy you barely knew. And then you turned to me and said since they're not your parents anymore, that I'd have to take care of them. What? I don't really remember it going down that way, but like... Agree to disagree? Besides, that's all in the past now. Who didn't hate their parents when they were that age? Like, seriously. Also, like, I totally thought that my BF would be with me forever and always take care of me no matter what. So the decision kind of made some sense at the time, if you think about it. Like, why would I be thinking about the future when my present was always so good? I think this is something a little too big to brush off by saying that you were young. You always only ever thought of yourself and were always trying to shove all your responsibilities onto me. I'm sorry, but I still haven't forgotten or gotten over it. Well, yeah, but thanks to me doing all of that, I finally had a good idea. So, actually, you should be thanking me right now. What are you talking about?
What could this good idea possibly be?
Don't play dumb with me. It doesn't suit you, you know? After all, I know about everything.
Everything what? I have no idea what you're talking about. Can you just get to the point, please?
For instance, I know that right now you're living in a condo with Mom and Dad, aren't you? And that you spend all day inside never leaving. Am I wrong? What I'm saying is that I know that all this time you've just been leeching off our poor parents.
Excuse me? Are you being serious right now with that?
Of course I am. I know all about it. The other day, I saw Mom on the street in Palace Heights. I thought to myself, what is Mom doing in this part of town and so far from home? And then she turns into a building and what do you know? It's a condo complex. I was shocked.
I see what's going on here. So you stalked Mom all over town and finally figured out where we moved to, is that what you're saying?
And I also know that you only ever leave the house at certain times. Who knew you would grow up to be such a shut-in? Even though Mom leaves the building every day to go to work. It's not fair. I want to be a leech too.
Pearl, I don't even know where to begin on how wrong all of those assumptions you made just are. First of all, I'm not leeching off Mom and Dad, so let's set that straight right now. Besides, you realize that you're basically confessing to stalking us outside our home, right?
I don't really see it that way, but whatever. Go off, I guess. All I was doing was checking on my big sister to see how she's living and make sure she's doing okay. Also, that's why I'm going to be stopping by the house for a visit pretty soon here.
You're what? I thought you said we're all dead to you and that you have no parents.
Oh, come on, sis. It's like I said, that was the old me. This is the new me you're talking to. Anyways, it's totally cool with you if I move into the condo, right?
No. No. Not in a million years. No. We don't even have a room that you could stay in if you did. The space is already a bit cramped as it is, and another person would just be too much.
What? Come on, don't be like that, sis. You're being a total buzzkill right now. Anyways, I'll be coming over soon to look the place over and stuff, so I guess I'll decide whatever I want to do then. Okay? Because I was kicked out of my place because my boyfriend flipped out, so I don't really have a place to stay. Honestly, the timing couldn't be more perfect for me.
Listen to me. This will not happen. You are just talking to yourself at this point. And you've always been like this. You always just go along with whatever idea pops in your head and ignore everything everybody else is saying to you. It really makes me mad.
Are you being serious right now, Harriet? You know that Mom and Dad would be so happy to have me back home living with them. Anyways, I've made up my mind and you can't stop me, so see ya!
Hey, Pearl! Are you serious? You can't just pull these kinds of stunts with us anymore. You need to listen to me. Ugh! You make me so mad, you know that?
Where are you? Come home right away. Pearl has come back to us, and she's talking about how she is going to be moving in and living with us from now on. Oh, sweetie, isn't it just wonderful? Your little sister has come back to her family for good.
She what? Mom, are you telling me that Pearl is in the condo right now at this very moment?
Yes, she's really here. In person. I was so shocked when the front desk called to say that my daughter was here asking to see me. She came up to our room and even apologized to us for running away all those years ago. Oh, isn't she just a wonderful little girl?
No, Mom. I really don't think you understand. She's just lying to you to get something that she wants. She wants to move back in, but we don't even have a room we could give to her. How are you supposed to let her live with us if we can't even give her that?
Harriet, honey, what are you talking about, dear? You're Pearl's older sister, aren't you? I'm shocked to hear you talk so selfishly when your poor dear sister has finally come back to us. You have plenty of space in your room, dear. Surely the two of you can share it. It'll be just like old times.
Mom, you know that my room also doubles as my home office. I can't really just share that space at this point.
Honestly, honey, do you even know what you're saying right now? Aren't you happy that your little sister has finally come back and wants to live with us again?
Okay, Mom. What are we going to do about money if Pearl does move into the condo with us? She's going to end up just like you, Mom.
No. Pearl said that she already found a job and is always working so hard. How can you say such awfully rude things about your sister at a time like this? Why don't you ever trust a word she says to us?
Because, Mom, you raised her to do whatever she wants and say whatever she needs to get things. Look, I just can't accept her living with us right now, okay? It's too much. I see. So that's how you're going to behave, is it? Well, in that case, why don't you not bother coming home at all then? Just do whatever you'd like. I don't care. Are you being serious, Mom? All right then, I won't come home. Goodbye.
Someone's in trouble. I heard from a little birdie that Mom is super pissed at you. And she even told you not to come home. All because you didn't want me moving back in and to be a family again.
Yep, that's exactly right. But then again, you waited until I was out of the house to come over, didn't you?
Yep, that's exactly right. I knew that if I came over while you were there, you would have made some huge scene and the whole thing would be ruined. Anyways, it's better this way now that you're out of the picture.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
Well, the only one who should be leeching off Mom and Dad is me. Anyways, since I don't have my own room here, I think I'll just be taking yours, okay? In fact, how about I just take your spot at the condo? I've already thrown away all of your stuff. Good luck being homeless.
You threw away all my things?
Yeah, Mom said it was fine since you're never coming back. She is still so mad at you. It's hilarious.
Okay then. Good luck with everything.
No, you good luck with everything.
Okay. I guess we'll see then, won't we?
Harriet, what is going on right now? We just got some mail or something. Our contract with the building is run up. And now they're telling us we have to leave.
Well, yeah. I canceled the contract for that condo, so that sounds about right. The room belongs to nobody now, so yeah, I guess you should hurry up and pack your things. Although maybe if you hurried, you could convince the building to let you continue the contract.
Wait, what? So just because I took your place at the condo, you're canceling the contract? Don't you think that's a little harsh? Besides, I didn't know that you were the contract holder person.
Well, now you know. I was the contract holder person. Does that place look like something Mom and Dad could afford on their own? We could only afford that place if I signed the lease.
Oh, so that's how you all moved into this place together. Then, when Mom left home at the same time every day, was she just going to the casino this whole time?
Yep, that sounds about right for her. I guess you weren't very thorough when you were stalking us, were you? After all, she left the exact same time every single day. Mom always called it her daily ritual.
I can't believe this. So then, what does she do for work?
After you ran away from home, Mom and Dad both lost their jobs.
They were fired? So then, what? They just stay at home all day?
For the most part, yes. As you know, Mom likes to hit the casino when she can. And not just her, actually.
Are you kidding me? Why would they do that? And so you're just telling me that now neither of them have any kind of job at all?
Yep, neither of them work. Mom was fired because she had a bad habit of skipping her shifts. And Dad was caught embezzling a huge amount from his company.
Are you being serious? I never knew any of that. Well, so then how have all three of you survived this long?
Because I work and have been taking care of all of us.
That's impossible! You're lying right now. And why didn't you tell them to find a job?
Well, in their early retirements, they both developed pretty serious gambling problems. And even if I told them to leave the house and go find work, they usually just ended up sneaking off to the casino. Eventually, I just got sick of trying to tell them to work and left them to do their own things.
You what? You just coughed up money for them to keep gambling with?
Well, every now and then, one of them would win and be able to keep playing with their own funds. But when they stay at the house, I can't really concentrate on my work, so it was just easier to find an excuse to make them leave the house for a bit. So I thought of a way to get them both out of the house around the same time. I just had to give them a bit of cash and they could usually figure out how to entertain themselves.
What the heck are you talking about? I don't believe anything you're saying right now. You're trying to tell me that Mom and Dad were leeching off of you?
In so many words, yes, basically. Since I work from home, I wanted to find a nice place to live since it would also be my office. I was just letting Mom and Dad live with me. Even if I let more people stay at the condo with me, the rent was always the same, so it was never a huge deal for me.
Are you serious right now? You're telling me you make enough to take care of 3 adults and pay rent in a nice condo like this?
I worked tirelessly every day trying to better myself and become successful after you left and Mom and Dad got fired. I was working as hard as I could to take care of all three of us. But it all paid off, and I finally began to make enough that we could all live comfortably.
Harriet, that's amazing! So you're saying it's really no sweat for you to take care of one more person, right? I mean, surely adding one more mouth to the table couldn't cause that much trouble, right?
Do you hear yourself right now? There is no way I would ever let you live off what I earn. Besides, now it's your turn to take care of them.
My turn? What are you talking about? There's no way I could ever do that. I don't even have a job.
Oh, really? Mom said you found a job that you're always working so hard on, though. She was so confident in you that she felt fine telling me never to come home. But Pearl? Don't tell me that you lied to our mom about having a job. Surely not you.
Well, yeah, of course I lied about having the job. I had to make a good impression on Mom or else she wouldn't want me to move back in and stuff. Duh. But my ex always took care of everything for me. There's no way I could work now.
Wow, is that what happened? I guess you've really put yourself in a pickle with this one then, haven't you? But I'm sure it'll all be okay. I think people tend to flourish the most when they are between a rock and a hard place.
Wait, no! You can't do this to me. How am I supposed to look after both Mom and Dad? It's not fair. The whole reason I came back in the first place was because they were supposed to take care of me. How am I supposed to live like this?
Aw, but I thought this was what you wanted the whole time. And now, thanks to you, I'm finally free of Mom and Dad. Finally, I can move in with my boyfriend. Wow, this is such a relief.
Wait, hold up. You're telling me that you have a boyfriend?
Well, yeah, of course I do. But we both have jobs, which is why we're always so busy. We always make sure to meet up at least once a week at the same time, though.
So then, that means... Did I meet him that day when I snuck into your place?
That's right, that was him. Wow, I am just so happy right now. When you messaged me, I had a really bad feeling about things at first. That's why I went ahead and sent my valuables to his house before you arrived.
You actually did something like that? That explains why your room was so empty when I went through all your stuff.
Yep. And I made sure to take all the things I would need for work with me as well. And sure enough, you showed up to the condo and threw away everything I had left behind. To be honest, I kind of felt bad for how easy it was to guess what you would do. You really haven't changed, you know that?
Okay, I get it. You're smart. You were right and I was wrong, so please come home. There's no way I can handle taking care of Mom and Dad. I promise I'll move out too, so please don't do this to me.
It's much too late for that now. The only reason you came back in the first place was to try and leech off of Mom and Dad. You've always only ever thought of your well-being and making sure that you were having a good time. So I just thought I would give you a small taste of the hell that you have put me through over the years. After that, I blocked my whole family from all of my social media. Also, they were all forced to leave the condo within the month. They finally managed to find a place to live, in a rundown apartment building on the edge of town. Of course, both Mom and Dad had gotten used to living an easy life with me and only grew more and more cantankerous when Pearl couldn't provide for them. Now, all three of them get into fights with each other every day. They're all working to the point of tears at a part-time job normally worked by high schoolers. And Pearl, who only ever cared about her own comfort and entertainment, has finally got her just desserts. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
That's smart. That'll do for now.
In the short term, you need to find some reason to get rid of Bella.
I can do that, but what should the reason be?
Why don't we fabricate something about her actually being the one who was cheating?
That won't be very believable, though. She hardly gets any male attention.
Okay, what else is there then? Do you have any ideas?
No obvious exploitable flaw is really coming to mind at the moment.
What? You think she doesn't have flaws?
No, not at all. She's just fairly unremarkable as far as women go. She's really a drag.
What about me?
You're the best, Zoe. You're so cute, I just want to make sure nothing bad ever happens to you.
My prince!
Man, Theo really did do me a favor here.
He really did.
It was a total bro move to remove himself from the equation like he did so I can have you all to myself.
What a broke, luckless guy he was.
I won't let you have to worry about money ever again, Zoe. I'm making bank at my job. Enough to get you all the things Theo couldn't.
I love that you have such a good job.
Let's not let anything get in the way of our happiness, Zoe. And the first step in doing that is a magic trick. Make Bella disappear.
That's so ominous.
I'll make sure to get rid of any obstacles that get in our way. That's how we do things, right?
That's right. Oh, I have some wonderful news for you.
What's up?
I found Theo's bank account info.
I can't imagine there was anything worthwhile in it.
Well, that's the good news. There's $100K in the account.
100K? Damn, that's sick.
Isn't it awful he would hide that from me?
But it's all worked out in the end.
Let's us three go to Hawaii with it.
That's a great idea. Mother will love it for sure.
Let's blow it all.
All that about me and Zoe was just a joke, Bella. I'm sorry. I'm sure it made you uncomfortable. It was in bad taste.
I'm over it, honestly.
However, I still want to get a divorce. With Theo gone, I just feel helpless. I want to be alone for a while.
I agree 100%. With the divorce, of course.
Really? You're fine with it?
I just talked to your mom, actually.
What about?
She asked me to leave you.
She did she?
She was in a great mood, reading a pamphlet about vacationing in Hawaii. That sounds fun. And you're going as well, aren't you?
To Hawaii? Well, about that. Considering everything that's happened with Theo and all, it might not be a bad idea to get my mind off it for a while.
Hawaii might do you some good. If you can, I think you should go. That's a big if, though.
Is it?
You'll be going with Theo's money, right?
How the hell do you... Did Mother tell you?
Nope, she didn't say anything.
Then what other way could you possibly...
I had a peek at your exchange with Zoe. A thorough peek, you might say. I read the whole thing.
What? How?
Calm down. Oh, where should I start? I guess it started with that money that I lent to Theo. You knew about that, right?
You lent him money? How much?
It was about $50K, if I remember correctly.
And what was this money for? That's a lot of money, you know.
You know him. He was a real do-gooder and the kind of friend anyone would be lucky to have. So he ended up as a guarantor for a friend, but the friend bailed on him, leaving Theo to bear the loan. And he just couldn't bring himself to tell Zoe about the event. So he came to me instead.
You're saying you had $50K all this time?
From when I was single, yeah. I haven't had to use any of it because we make more than enough money for the two of us. But when I saw how troubled Theo was about the whole loan thing, I had to help him. I do regret doing that without telling you about it.
I was left in the dark. But wait, Zoe said the bank account had 100K in it. How does that add up?
I'm pretty sure I know the reason for that, too. Theo spent like $5K on crypto about 5 years ago. He was one of those people who bought it in the early days.
Damn. And it was one of those coins that blew up?
It's hard to believe, I know. I mean, when he started, it was just a measly 5K and it grew to be 130K by the time he sold it.
Holy crap. 130K? But he only had 100K in his account. What happened to the rest of it?
Apparently, he was taxed at some point when converting the crypto coin into dollars. I don't really know how it works, but that's what he said.
Oh? I guess that makes sense.
He had just finished paying the taxes on the money, so he was about to repay me when he got into that accident.
Ah, but he's gone now. That means he can't repay what you loaned him.
Zoe's still alive. I can have her repay me.
Are you a monster? You can't do that to a widow.
She may be a widow, but she doesn't seem to be particularly affected by it.
She was even glad that Theo was gone. That snake. You. Since you saw our messages, I guess there's no point in arguing. How did you even do that? I set up your messaging app, remember? You can look at the message history online as long as you have the login info. But I guess a login notification to a tech-illiterate person like yourself doesn't mean much. This is a violation of my right to privacy. You were the one who had me set everything up and safekeep your password. Damn it! Why don't we get to the matter at hand here? But before we do that, there is someone else who needs to be a party to this conversation.
Bella? Is something wrong?
You'll be sending me $80K.
Sorry? Oh, did you hear about Theo's money? Sorry, but I don't have a reason to give it to you.
Oh, but you do. I lent $50K to Theo and I want $30K on top of that for the cheating you've been doing. I'll take it all promptly if you don't mind.
What? Is there some kind of joke I'm missing?
I know that Lucas has been cheating on me with you, and I have proof to back it up. I lent money to Theo and I have written evidence of that too. Ask this idiot if you want the details.
I don't know anything about any debt. I wasn't the one who borrowed it and Theo isn't here to repay it. So just forget about that. It's not my responsibility.
I'll speak slowly so you can understand. The deceased's estate is required to pay any outstanding debts unless said estate does not have the ability to do so. Of course, we know that Theo does in fact have the money to repay me with. So that means you have an obligation to repay me.
That can't be!
You can try and opt out of assuming Theo's debts, but doing so would also void your right to his $100K. Obviously, that would be leaving money on the table, which I can't imagine you doing.
If I pay you $80K, then I'll only have $20K left?
Which is still better than nothing and more than you deserve.
This system is so fucking stupid.
Seducing a married man, betraying your husband, rejoicing in his unfortunate end, and now you're running off to Hawaii? You're a fucking psycho is what you are. Hey, that's going too far. I'll gladly divorce you, so just go ahead and take her. You two deserve each other.
We don't need you to tell us what to do. The secret's already out, so there's no point in waiting any longer.
If you really want this loser that bad, I'll gladly give him to you.
Don't try and act cool, old lady. Looks like I'm stealing your rich husband. That's just too bad for you.
Lucas, do you know why you're so successful? There's a reason why you're the company's top dog. What? Are you going to try and tell me that it was all your father's doing? That he had set me up for success? Is that what you're getting at? Because it's not quite the gotcha moment that you think it is. I always knew you'd try and hold that over me. Too bad I was a step ahead. I've got loads of clients through my efforts alone. I don't need your father's help. You really are clueless, aren't you? That was just him working behind the scenes, talking to different clients and making sure that you would succeed. But I guess he did a good enough job at hiding it. It seems like you never even noticed all that he was doing for you. What? You expect me to believe that? I figured you'd be self-conscious about it if I said anything, so I didn't. But the truth is that without him, you wouldn't be where you are today. No way. No way! You can't trick me, Bella. It's survival of the fittest with them. You either get results or you lose out on money. But I guess you'll know if I was bluffing or not soon enough. It sure is a special feeling to have someone take this loser off my hands. I guess I'm pretty lucky after all.
Wait, he's still going to be able to pull home $100K a year, right?
I'd say it's unlikely. It won't be like it has been. It probably won't even be possible from here on. Not for him. Since he's losing out on his cut from successful deals, he might make half of what he's currently making.
That would be a measly 50 freaking K! That's not what I signed up for at all. Lucas, did you know about this?
I mean, I knew how my pay was structured, but I had no idea that I was getting such a boost from Bella's father. But I'll work hard for you, Zoe. I'll make sure I make enough to keep you happy.
But there's no guarantee that you can. I can't marry you if I can't be sure that you'll be able to support me financially.
Don't put me in this spot.
Lucas will owe me for the divorce as well as half of what we own. We should have $100K between us and our possessions.
That's money I made.
Bitch about it. I'll have my lawyer wring you dry.
This isn't what I wanted.
Oh, and send a word to Mother for me.
What?
Tell her that Zoe won't be giving her the same allowances that I have been.
You've been supporting Mother financially?
She's an expensive old lady. Do try and get on with her for the time she has left.
I don't need this good-for-nothing family.
Zoe, don't say that.
Get lost.
Maybe I'll head off to Hawaii once I get paid. Well, good luck then. The divorce with Lucas was finalized and I ended up receiving $85K from him. I've got to remember to do something nice to thank my lawyers who fought so hard for me. Zoe returned the $50K I lent Theo and with it, $30K for damages. Between the two of them, they barely had $20K left. Their financial situation being what it was, plans of going to Hawaii were dropped. Lucas's mother had apparently been looking forward to the trip and was livid when she heard that it was canceled. Zoe abandoned the other two and moved to get away from them. Rumor is that she's resorted to doing less than legal work in a shady part of town. Lucas, as expected, lost his main clientele and his results are in the toilet. I bet he's living at home complaining to Mama about being broke and not being able to live like he used to. I guess he'll be living a humble lifestyle for a while. The other day, I quietly visited Theo's grave. He was the best of the bunch, which isn't saying much, but he really did have a kind heart. I told him about what happened, about the money, and about the fate of his nasty wife. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. See you in the next one.